Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show with yours truly, people's sexiest man alive.
Picking the sexiest man alive is definitely one of the most fun things about being the editor of People.
We're kind of looking for someone who has had a moment, or perhaps people have campaigned for them.
For a man to be sexy in 2018, we need to know that they are respectful of women and that there's a kind of kindness and generosity of spirit about the guy. And that's why we've decided the sexiest man alive 2018 is Idris Elba.
You know what really went through my mind was, again? No, joking.
So we had a million questions for Idris, and he revealed it all. From the song he can't get out of his head,
It was a song by Lady Gaga, and it was called Joanne.
to his celeb crush,
Serena Williams is pretty hot and badass.
to the last person who saw him in the bath.
Last person who saw me naked was Sabrina.
There's actually a lot of thought that goes into who is deserving of sexiest man alive. Someone always rises to the top, and this year's no exception.
I'm Idris Elba, and I am the sexiest man alive. You've seen them come and you've seen them go, but I'm here to stay, baby.
Idris has been in this issue many times before, but this is the first time that he's actually won the cover of Sexiest Man Alive. So when his publicist told him, he actually thought he was inside again and was asking her what number he was.
She was like, no, the sexiest man. I was like, come on, no way. It was a real nice surprise.
So I was lucky enough to go to London to interview Idris and spend a few hours really getting to know him.
Yeah, well, you're just drawing them all out. I'm like sweating over here.
Okay, for starters, there's something really incredible about Idris's accent. I could just listen to him talk all day long.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions about me is that I'm American and I'm actually English.
So Idris was born in London, but his mother's actually from Ghana and his dad is from Sierra Leone.
I have a star on my hand, and inside that star is meant to be a lion's face. It's faded now. But that's my dual culture of being half Sierra Leonean, which has a lion on its flag, and Ghanaian, which has a black star on its flag. I was a good kid. My parents were quite strict, so I sort of lived within my parameters, but I was very tall and skinny. And my name is Idrissa Akuna Elba. And I remember at school when I was being a skinny kid with a name like Idrissa, I got picked on a little bit. Probably about 9, 10, that was awkward times. But then grew a moustache, had some muscles, bonkers.
He went to an all-boys school where he said he kind of ruled the roost.
Played first team football, first team basketball, first team cricket, first team hockey, first team rugby.
Beyond sports, Idris really got interested in working on school theater productions, and that led to a kind of knowing that he was going to be an actor.
When my big break was, I was probably about 19 or so, and I played a 16-year-old kid in this BBC Kids show. And that was, I couldn't believe it. My first check was like, what?
But even after cashing that first big check, there were still a lot of lean years.
I slept in my van for a good 3 months at a point in my life. The Grizzly, I called it. Had beautiful velour, rusty colored seats. The heater was amazing because it blew, but it didn't dry out your sinuses. It was a great little van, and I lived in that.
Once he moved to New York City, he started to perfect this American accent that would lead to the role that would make him a star.
There was a barbershop there called the Ace of Fades. Great barbershop, good people there. I used to get my hair cut there, obviously, but I used to sit there and just listen to everyone speak. And eventually I started to chime in, and I would just test my accent out and see if anyone caught on.
What's a phrase that you picked up in the barbershop?
Come on, man!
People in America really started to pay attention to Idris when he starred on HBO's hit show, The Wire.
You know what I'm saying? Until you fixed, just gonna handle that money, I'm gonna handle that products.
we're here for you.
He was very impressive, he was fun to watch, and it really showed a new side of him and gave him a platform to really springboard into so many other roles.
Since then, Idris' star has exploded. He played Heimdall in the blockbuster Thor movies. And in 2016, he won 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards on the same night for Luther and Beasts of No Nation.
What doesn't Idris do? That's the thing. This man cooks, he cleans, he is a pro kickboxer, he is a drummer, he's a DJ.
I love DJing. It's a way of staying grounded for me. When you've got like 1,000 people to entertain, no one cares if you're people's sexiest man.
He was a bad man.
He is just kind of the complete package. We like seeing every part of Idris in every way.
Proposed to my fiancée Sabrina. It was the most nerve-wracking thing for me ever.
You're on the cover. You're on the cover. You're the sexiest man on the planet. Come on. You are.
The look we were going for Idris was relaxed, casual, comfy. It was kind of a blustery day in London, and so we had him lying in bed and in a cozy sweater, really just comfortable in his own skin. Idris is a well-dressed man. He says it's all about being comfortable with his style, and he knows what feels good.
That's where it starts from. Be comfortable. But you have to own it and be confident about it.
He is great at dressing for the red carpet, but at home, he really is a lot more casual and looks even more amazing.
Around the house, I'm in sweats, slides, often just, no shirt, just chilling.
So Idris has an amazing body, obviously, and he credits turning into a pro kickboxer with a lot of his conditioning.
I try to, wake up in the morning, do 50 press-ups. That's good, maybe some sit-ups. I'm not really a weightlifting guy, but I do kind of appreciate strength training. I like training, fight training. Keeps me fit, but I'm not the guy to go to the gym every day.
Oh, shoot. Okay, it's a video. Yeah.
Everyone wants to know what a man like Idris Elba looks for in a woman.
I look for honesty, love yourself. I love that. I love when a woman's confident with herself.
But unfortunately for us, he has already found the love of his life. Idris and his fiancée, Sabrina, have a really amazing relationship. He said that he knew she was the one because she's honest and she's not afraid to admit when she's wrong, neither is he.
Me and Sabrina have a joke. It's, what's the backstory? Because I'm always asking, what's the backstory? There's no backstory. The pizza's late. Yeah, but why? What was he doing? She makes me celebrate my successes. She makes me question when I'm not too sure about stuff. She's just someone that I really like being around.
It's easy, very easy. I won't say anything.
Is it? Okay.
Idris told me that the day he popped the question was one of the most romantic days of his life.
It was the most nerve-wracking thing for me ever. I was at the cast and crew screening for my film Yardie. I was amongst people I loved. I just was like, I'm doing it now, right now. Here, right today. So yeah, it was quite a public affair by him.
Idris and Sabrina have actually already started wedding planning, and he knows there is one must-have at his wedding.
About like 19 DJs at my wedding. There have to be. Come on, I need everyone to give me 1 hour set. Standard, non-negotiable.
One of the sexiest things about Idris Elba is how much he loves being a father.
Here's my family.
Idris actually became a father at the very same time he got his breakout role in The Wire.
I was auditioning for The Wire before she was born. She was born on the 4th, got the job on the 5th.
Wow,
Yeah.
things changed overnight.
Just like that, yeah. Being witness to the birth of my children, happy and healthy, is the biggest, best thing ever.
His daughter is 16. He also has a son, Winston, who's 4 years old.
I'm super doting as a dad, like, big hugs, kisses, lots of love yous and all of that. So I'm sure my daughter's like, all right, Dad, chill out. My son, he gets it.
The Sexiest Man Alive Club is very small and very exclusive, but I'm pretty sure that Idris is going to fit right in.
When we spoke in London, Idris was in the middle of shooting the Fast and Furious spinoff Hobbs and Shaw with Dwayne Johnson.
Listen, Dwayne, sorry I had to take the mantle from you.
He also worked with former Sexiest Man Alive, Matthew McConaughey, who highly recommended him for this crown.
There's one of us here who hadn't got it yet. And I know he's been sneaking around your top 3 for a while.
Matthew, you called it. I think you knew.
There are so many things about Idris that makes him worthy of being Sexiest Man Alive. He, of course, is beyond good looking. He has such a charismatic personality. When he talks to you, the rest of the world disappears.
I think this is going to be one of the best years that we've ever had for Sexiest Man Alive. Not every year we can say this, but Idris Elba actually is, literally, scientifically proven, the sexiest man alive.
It was a little bit of an ego boost for sure. I was like, nah, me, really? Looked in the mirror, I checked myself out. I was like, yeah, you are kind of sexy today.